VIP. Let's kick it.
Got it.
Word to your mother.
Ice, ice, baby, too cold. Ice.
What are you still doing here? This place is gonna blow!
I know. Let's go.
What are you still doing here? This place is gonna blow!
I know. Let's go.
So you escaped from Center 7.
Yes, that was almost a year ago.
That means you were a patient there.
Yes.
So you don't remember who you were, right?
I know who I am now, and that's all that matters.
But you have no memory beyond a year ago.
That's right.
So, why are you coming exactly? You don't even know Azrael's brother. You have your own reasons, don't you?
I left someone behind when I escaped. I need to find out what happened to him, that's all.
Oh!
Scan complete.
That changes my entire prediction for this storyline. It's Dunkel. I predicted that this guy escapes, but that woman just barely told me that he probably doesn't, because she said I left someone behind in Center 7, and Center 7 is the prison where this guy that you're looking at right now is located. And I predicted that he would escape, because I thought he was the one that's going to escape and steal the ship and get the meds, but it might have been that girl. This is very interesting. I'm really excited to see what happens. Okay, I have a question here. Not you. So when I'm pushing escape, right, and well, I guess it's a built-in function, so when I press escape, it just transports my character to wherever my cursor was when I pressed that. But for some reason on this slope, I can't skip past the slope. The character goes into an automatic walk. It has to run through a coded sequence, I guess, going down this slope. Watch. My cursor's here. I press it, press escape, he still walks down that. It's something that I can't control. Now, why? I have no clue why it's that way. Why does the slope cause him to go into an automated walk sequence? Is it treated like stairs? Because I've seen that in lots of games with stairs, but still, why then stairs? If they were stairs, then why stairs? Is it a coding thing? Is it a level design thing? Like, what is it? I have no clue, and I would love to know. And then, regardless of the answer, why did the designers choose to put this slope here? Because so far there has not been a single reason that is relatable to the storyline or anything as to there being a slope there. Absolutely nothing. Like, nothing. So I'm really curious, like, why would they put such a frivolous thing there if there's no reason behind it? Ladies and gentlemen, what you see here is exactly what you weren't expecting. It's the top of a toilet with the lid off.
What did I tell you, Delta 6, about escaping? Do you realize the trouble you've caused us? All of you, by requiring me to reteach you after I erase your memories again. I'm going to have to retrain you all again, just as soon as the guards come. They've locked down the maintenance level. They'll be here any second.
That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Function, pressing escape to skip walking is now disabled. They have disabled a convenience function. What reasons would they do that for? I'm certain I'll find out, but it's a function that you could play the entire game without. It's not something that is required to play the game. So then why would they disable it? Usually you disable things that give you an advantage. So in some way this is going to give me an advantage. The only thing I can think of is maybe I'm going to have to run from people, and being able to skip would make it not fair. We'll see. Here I find myself being chased by enemies, which I think the music communicates pretty well. In adventure games, chase scenes have always been hilarious because they're really not chase scenes. You have all the time in the world to run away.
Behind us! Ah! Run!
See, like, the reaction time. Look at that reaction time. And like, let's say I didn't know how to handle this room, where to go. I can just play around. I can go kick the door if I want. I can talk to it. I can touch it. I can look at the door. While there's a man chasing me, I have time to just look at a door. I can even try to shoot it if I want. Or I'll just do what I'm supposed to do and have her open it.
Can you work that door?
I'll try.
But at no point do I feel like there's someone chasing me. And this is the classic scenario in adventure games with chase scenes. Because, you know, you have to take into account that
Hurry, they're coming!
Got it.
Run!
I'm sorry, but just there's no dramatic effect there at all. Just run as I stand here.
Tell me that gun was set on stun.
Run
Otherwise,
while I stand
you
here.
killed 2 of my patients now.
Wow. I just barely realized something. Sometimes I feel like my IQ, my intellect, my ability to problem solve, my ability to assess all the various aspects of a situation, all the variables that could affect the outcome, that whole ability of mine is horribly defunct because that other dude I have been controlling all this time is probably this guy Az's brother. And I'm just barely realizing it near the end of the game when he's like, "Hey, I got it from my brother. Sayuri, please locate where he is." It takes him getting all the way to here before I'm like, wait a second. I'm a disgrace. Again, the confusion just continues to absorb me. Delta 6, the other character you can control, may not be his brother. Or he may be his brother, because they do change the names here and change the faces every time they wipe the memory. So Delta 6, aka Azrael's brother, could just be going, could have lost his name. I don't know why they haven't picked up on that yet.
I programmed your entire past, your entire being, your personality. I made you think that you were Azrael Odin. But I'm happy to see you again, Delta 6. I've missed you since you left.
I'm not Delta 6.
How do you know that? How do you know who you are?
Matthias knows me.
Just because you remember him, it doesn't mean he's real. Think about it, Delta 6. Any connections to your old life, any family members or loved ones who could identify you, they don't exist. There's no one in this world who can identify you.
Azrael.
The past I created for you predetermined you into becoming an assassin. Why exactly did my predestination fail me? I think it's because there's one section of the human psyche that we just have never deconstructed in our rehabilitation process. We call it the conscience. When you finally pull the trigger, maybe we haven't desensitized you enough to killing. Maybe we need to make you kill innocent men 100 times over, just like you did in your past. You remember it, Azrael. You remember what you did in the Gemini War. But sadly, the conscience isn't affected by memories. It's only affected by experience. Goodbye, Delta 6. Epsilon 5. It was a pleasure to see you both again.
Well, I would like to take this time, while I'm dying, to talk about what just happened there. Conscience is affected by experience. The most beautiful line of this entire game. And here's why it's the most beautiful line
Where am I?
of this entire game. Way back when I met Giselle for the first time, she had this huge ass emotional outburst on me. And I remember commenting on how emotional it was. And I was left with this thought. And I actually discussed this with my girlfriend that night after I played that part. I thought, you can't, if you have motor memory, for example, if you've dribbled a basketball, and you're perfect at dribbling a basketball, and then suddenly your memory is wiped, you would still be able to dribble that basketball. So the motor memory, the muscle memory that happens from practice and practice and practice, is clearly stored somewhere else than your retrievable memory the memory that you retrieve from thinking, your conscious memory. So I was thinking right there, there's parts of you that can disappear, say your memory is wiped, but there's parts of you that won't. And so regardless of how many times your memory is wiped, not 100% of you is gone. There's still stuff that's gained from experience that remains. And I love that they touched on that. Love it.